This is gonna be loose. Yo, Slungy Animations was good. What do I think of Eddie sending off? Man, it's a mad thing. Like, can you hear me good, yeah? Can you hear me? Is my audio good, yeah? But, yeah, it's a mad thing. Like, obviously, I don't think it was intentional. I think he came on, trying to show a good source of energy, trying to do all the right things, but, man, like, he really got that one wrong. But, he's young, he's inexperienced, of course, like, at the top level. So hopefully he carries on. Hopefully he learns from it, I should say. And yeah, man, just there's not much we can say, isn't it? Like we have to just see. We have to just see. But yeah, I hope he does learn from it, man. I hope he does learn from it. Wow, we got robbed. Well, explain. I feel like you know what, yeah, we robbed ourselves, man. We should have really been just a lot more clinical. Lacazette had a couple chances. We had a few offsides, things like that, man. I don't know why. And then defensively, we just don't keep clean. Well, we caught a couple. We kept a couple clean sheets before, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, but yes, Anthony Cronin was good. So Yunku, I need to start putting these on the thing in it. Let me see if I can put the. Yeah, okay, I know how to do it now. Yeah, because before I didn't know how to do it. This is my first live stream, innit? Thank you for coming, though, guys. Thank you for coming. Wow, we got robbed. Yeah, I answered that already. Hey, boys, yes, you don't know my guy, Anthony Cronin. Soyuncu made 7 fouls that game and didn't get booked. That's it. That's actually a good point. That's actually a good point. Like, I don't know. Do you lot feel like the Premier League's against Arsenal? I don't think so. But this referee didn't really seem to give us much. Like, I know even like the Eddie sending off here. No word of a lie. Like, it is a foul. It is probably a red, but I kind of felt like that was a little bit harsh. I don't know. What do you lot think? I feel like that was a little bit harsh, man. So, Vardy's just talking. I don't know what he's saying. I can't play. I don't think I can play this stuff and then be on YouTube because you might get a strike. Even though my channel's small, but Banter FC. Yeah, oh man, like we're going through a tough time. I feel like we're in a rebuilding process. This is not the Arsenal of old. The Arsenal of old, they would destroy Leicester. No matter if there's Jamie Vardy or Ndidi or whoever, that we would have destroyed these lot, man. But listen, I can't lie to you. It's probably not going to get better for now. This is the way I see it. I really feel like Arsenal, they need to invest. If you want to see quick results, you need to invest. That's just football now. That's professional football at the highest level. But Arsenal don't play that way. They don't move that way in terms of business, even in terms of like on the pitch. They don't play like a top team. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of this for now until something changes. And the thing that I think needs to change is the policies on investment, the policies on transfer, transfer policy. Those sorts of things need to change before we can ever feel like, we won't be Banter FC. Listen, guys, also, yeah, click share if you want, click like, that helps boost all of this. Obviously, I'm streaming from an independent platform. I'm not streaming from YouTube as I don't have 1,000 YouTube subscribers. But yeah, obviously, look, I'm taking YouTube more serious now. Do you think Do you think that his Champions League's hopes gone? Yeah, oh yeah, Arsenal will get in Champions League. I don't think so. Um, do you know what? I just looked at that Eddie challenge again. Mm, he had to go off here. He had to go off. But yeah, I don't think Arsenal's getting Champions League. I didn't even think that from before. If I'm honest with you, I felt like even if we go into the Champions League, I don't think we're good enough to do anything. So yeah, man. I think it's best that we don't even get Europe. If I'm honest with you, unless Europe attracts better players and we actually do like proper business deals, like for example, we're not offering low money for certain players, then man, Soyuncu's really good. He's good. He's good. I wouldn't mind seeing him at Arsenal. Can't lie. We needed to go in the start of the second half or be more clinical. Yeah, I think throughout the game, I think it's a problem that Arsenal have really. Like we're not clinical. We don't really score many goals. Even against the lesser teams, like even against Brighton, that obviously you don't score, you don't win, isn't it? So I feel like yeah, definitely we need to start. Like we need to do something. If we're not gonna invest, we need to make sure we're at least doing bits with the strikers that we have. Lacazette hasn't looked like his former self. Of course, he scored the other day, and there was a glimpse. That's when there was a glimpse of the old Lacazette or the Lacazette from last year. But this year it just hasn't been it for him, man. I don't know. I'm just looking at the volley goal again, man. It's terrible, man. Leicester got 0 bookings. Yeah, I don't think the referee helped us today, isn't it? But I think the first half we looked really, really controlled, but the second half, I don't know what happened. We just went flat, And then Eddie gets the red card, and then we concede the goal. Like it's almost like it's written for Arsenal to just be that sort of team, Perez made an attempt to interfere with play, so by the letter of the law, Vardy's goal should have been disallowed. Yeah, do you know what though? When I was watching Curtis, because obviously you hold out my brother Curtis, go check out his channel, Curtis Shaw TV. When I was watching his watch along, I think he said or somebody said that your foot can be offside, but your shoulder can't. And for me, that just suggests that this whole offside ruling business is just nah, man. Like it's not consistent, and it doesn't even make no sense. So, we'll just I don't know, man. I don't know. Even VAR is a little bit inconsistent. It's just a mad thing, man. It's a mad thing. I can't lie. I'm really not happy with the result today, but am I surprised? Not at all. Even though there's Ashley Cole in the screen now, legend of the game. It's a completely different team from when he was there. Even the Arsenal that Jamie Redknapp played against, right? Completely different Arsenal. Like it's not the same anymore. Like we don't have those players that are going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and say, you know what, like even if we're a man down or even if Leicester score an equaliser, like we're going for the win, innit? You know what I mean? W's only. This Arsenal team is not W's only. Like this Arsenal team is like just turn up and get paid. I don't think VAR. Hold tight, the two people in the chat as well. Like obviously, guys, hit that like button. Press share. Do you know what I mean? Tell people. Obviously, if you know me, if you know anyone that normally watches my stuff, tell them that we're on YouTube from now on. We don't really do Insta, just straight YouTube lives. You know what I mean? I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to take YouTube a lot more serious. But thank you to all of you, honestly. You lot who are here, thank you. God bless you. I know I just kind of surprised this on everyone, so I didn't really expect many to be here, but the fact that you lot are here means a lot, man. I don't think VAR should be changed. I think the rules should be molded around VAR. That is actually a good way to look at it, but I think because the rules would have to be consistent throughout the league. So, in the Premier League, all the way down to like Sunday League, and even school football. If some of you are probably in school or sixth form or uni, the rules will have to be consistent with that. So maybe you could still change the rules where they could be consistent with VAR and like football, like grassroots football. But I think some of these referees, they heavily rely on VAR, and VAR is not just a computer; it's still a referee, just in a different room. So I feel like personally, we could mold the rules, but I think not everybody consistently understands the rules of football in general. There's some things that we do, like we know clear cut, but there's some things which are a little more like ambiguous, like they're not clear. For example, handball. Sometimes handball. Well, now they changed, isn't it? They changed it for the better, I think. Although I preferred it before. It is for the better that if it hits your hand, it's a handball. But some of the other rules are a bit like shaky, like offside. Offside is a bit shaky and things like that. Even there's like the new one where they say if you take down the last man, like if you foul the last man, I swear it's meant to be no red card, just a penalty. You can't ever give a red card and a penalty. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Hard to complain with the Leicester goal. They were dominating and were letting them for the whole. Oh, and we were letting them for the whole of the second half. Yeah, it was as they say, like, it was a game of two halves, man. I think the first half, I was like, wow, I was really impressed with Arsenal. The second half, I was like, yo, fam, man, we don't know what the heck is going on, man. Like, we was just like a different team out there. And then the sending off, and you just felt like, yo, fam, like, really, what can we do with this, man? Like, we don't have the personnel in this team to say, oh, we're man down, forget, we don't care, or, let's shut up shop and not let them concede. We don't do nothing. We don't go defensive. We don't get another goal to cushion us. We just kind of just still play our little game where we're just going through the motions, and I can't lie to you, man. It makes no sense. I don't think this is a good representation of Mikel Arteta. He can't be coaching them this bad. I think there's just a lot of players that probably need to get moved on in Arsenal. And when you think of it, it's like we are far away from top four. We used to kind of turn our nose up at just getting top four. Like, even me, I used to think, how can Wenger say top four is like getting a trophy? But now, if we would get top four, man, I would go to that open top parade, innit? Oh man, it's called double jeopardy. If you give a penalty, you can't give a red card. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for letting me know, bro. Yeah, I think that is still a good rule, to be fair, because you never want. I think if you do give away a penalty, and even if the other team scores it, you've still got 10 men in it. I mean, you still got 11 men, but when you have 10 men and you've given away a penalty, oh my days, man, long day. Let me know your experiences, man. What's your opinion on the Vardy kick out? Yeah, man, I can't lie to you, fam. Vardy gets away with a lot. Let's just say that. I don't even know. Does Vardy even really get sent off like that? Vardy kind of plays on the edge. He's not as bad as like a Diego Costa and whatnot, but nah, man, he gets away with a lot. He gets away with a lot. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, man, I just feel like from Arsenal, what do you think of also what they're saying about Guendouzi? Like, they want to get rid of Guendouzi. To be honest, with the strength of our team, Arteta hasn't even had the summer transfer window. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But then I don't even know, like, Are the funds gonna be available to him, for example, like because if you think about it, like Thomas Partey, they're trying to get him for 50 million. I'm thinking to myself, that is a bargain, isn't it? But then, do we really need a centre mid like Thomas Partey, or do we like level up? Maybe go in with a 70 mil bid for a good left winger. You know, do you always want Aubameyang to be playing on the left? You know, these are the things that we need to ask because it's clearly not working. We're not scoring enough goals. Where we've got like in the last few years one of the leading scorers in Europe, Aubameyang. You know, and obviously in the Premier League. And bro, like we're playing him on the left all the time. I think we just need a proper left winger. If you're not gonna play Saka, then go and get somebody else, like, or you could even go and get Adama Traore from Wolves. You know, and he might be a bit pricey, but there's wingers out there. Do you know what I mean? There's wingers out there who improve your team. I think Adama improves our team. He does have to work on his final ball though. Sorry. English refs are so crap. VAR is useless too. We might as well not have football as a sport no more. It's not the same. Well, I think some of the English refs, like, they feel like the game is about them, the auteurs. But yeah, I feel like some of the English refs, they think the game is about them, like Mike Dean, those sort of refs. Like, no disrespect, but sometimes it's like it's almost like they want to make the headlines. But if I'm honest with you, I think VAR, I wasn't really with it when they wanted to like implement it, but I feel like it is like because it helps us sometimes. I'm all for it, but I used to like that. I used to like the fact that we used to get like some decisions go our way, we win the game. Even if the decisions went against us, I just thought, you know what, like it's just more motivation to score, it's more motivation to win. But you know, I think VAR, if it's used properly, it has improved the game. But even then, they don't even use it properly half the time. So yeah, football isn't the same though. You're right, it ain't the same. I think Ganduzi is a baller, but if we have the funds, we can get better. Yeah, 100%. I think with Ganduzi, the main thing for me is that he works hard, and I'm surprised that I'm hearing rumors that he's gonna be kicked out of Arsenal. You know, he's gonna get sold because at the end of the day, you do need players like Guendouzi who are gonna fight. Like he might not be the I don't know, like the David Silva or even the Phil Foden that you might want, but he works hard. Like I've got all the time in the world for hard workers in football because like it's like if you look at it like this year, France, they won the World Cup last time, yeah. Some of those players, like for example, Giroud, you wouldn't really rate him, isn't it? But this is a guy that works hard for the team. He brings others into play. He doesn't score many goals. Okay, cool. But you know what I mean? You need those sort of players around because they get the best out of the other players. So if you have like a Guendouzi, you know, obviously he does need to level up a bit. But if you have a Guendouzi and then you have maybe like a Mesut Ozil or another like Ceballos, another creative player who's gonna really support, who's gonna really balance the midfield, then go for it. I don't know why they getting rid of Guendouzi. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Let me know what you lot think. Guendouzi plus 30 mil for Party. Rah, you don't rate Guendouzi, man. You don't rate Guendouzi. You must think Guendouzi's worth like 20 mil then. Because if Party's valuation is 50 mil and you want to give Guendouzi plus 30 on top, that's mad. I think Guendouzi could go for like 30, 40 mil. Yeah, they're showing the Vardy kick out again. Oh my gosh, he gets away with a lot, that guy, man. Every time you see it, it's just like, what the heck? I can't lie, man. He needs to get punished for that. We should swap Guendouzi for Billy Gilmore. Billy Gilmore's good. Billy Gilmore is good, but I don't know how he's gonna do at Arsenal, man. Honestly, I don't know how he's gonna do at Arsenal. But let's talk about that Vardy kick quickly. Yo, fam, Vardy gets away with everything, like everything. I don't know what that guy. I don't know what that guy. Maybe even Todd Cantwell because Norwich are getting relegated. Yeah. So if I was Arsenal, yeah, and I don't want to spend money, I would be raiding Norwich City. Like, what do you think of Max? Was it Max Aarons? I think that's his name. The fullback. He's good, man. Like, he's good. You can get Todd Cantwell. I think at one point it looked like getting Pookie as a backup striker would have been decent as well, but obviously not at Arsenal. I swear Partey was valued at 75 mil, so I'm saying Guendouzi is about 40 mil. Yeah, it's not a bad that's not a bad show. I thought Partey was around 50 mil, but you could be right because I don't really follow transfers so closely, but that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Gunduzi is about 40 mil. I agree, 30, 40 mil. But I don't know, man. I would keep him in it. I don't think that unless he's really causing problems, like for Arteta, like maybe he's not keeping shape properly, or he's not. I don't know. He's maybe causing problems in the camp. I don't know. Like I can't really think because I don't see nothing wrong with him either. Like with some players you could tell like they've got a bad attitude or they could be really like disruptive in their camp. I don't see that with Guendouzi. I see people like him. I see him like he works hard and that. So I don't know. If Arsenal was like Man City in terms of quality, and they said, yeah, we're gonna offload Guendouzi, then I'll say, yeah, that makes sense because obviously Guendouzi is like he's not at that level. No disrespect to him, he could be in the future, but not right now. I think he would agree as well. But the but Arsenal, like, who are they gonna replace him with? Like, I don't get it. Obviously, I want to. I don't know if Torreira is gonna stay at Arsenal either. That's another one because he made a little appearance last game. Good questions though, guys. Thank you. How Vardy didn't get a red card is beyond me, and the fact that it didn't go to VAR was madness. If that was an Arsenal player that did that, it would have gone to VAR immediately. Hey, Adnan, you're not happy in it. Like, yeah, I can't lie to you. I feel like Vardy, I don't. If you look at it, yeah, and I don't want to say this in a silly way, yeah, but the way he done the kick out was actually so smart because it looks like it's just momentum in it. But even though we can see it and we're like, yo, that's what I mean, like that's a foul, that's dangerous play or what they call it, serious foul play. Maybe the referee, didn't catch it. I don't know because yo man, if I had saw that, I would be thinking that's suspect. But then I would have been like, you know what, yeah. I would have just been like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I would have been like, yeah, you're off me. Because if I'm like falling, I don't know if I'm swinging my leg like that. It's difficult. It's difficult to tell. It's difficult to tell. We'll see in it. We'll see if Vardy doesn't get any disciplinary action like after from the FA or from the Premier League, whoever, then that's gonna be weird. Party's release clause is 55 mil, I think. Yeah, I thought it was 55 mil, like 50 mil rounding prices. But if I'm honest with you, I think that's still a bargain, but I don't feel like we need him. And to be honest, yeah, I love Lacazette, but I just feel like if it's not working for him, sell him while you can, get some money. It's strictly a business move. This is nothing really to do with Lacazette's ability. We know how good Lacazette is, but it just might not work at Arsenal. That's the truth. Lacazette could go to like a Atletico Madrid or another team, a Champions League team, higher ranked than Arsenal on paper, and he'll do well. I reckon he'll do well. I just think it's just not working at Arsenal for him. He doesn't even seem too like hungry, too eager in that sense. But Yeah, that's. I don't know. You lot tell me, would you keep Laka? We should have you at Arsenal because of Eddie's red card. I would love to play for Arsenal, but I'll play for Arsenal fan TV instead. Yeah, you know what? Like, who would you say? Do you lot know about the academy? Like, who would you say should come in through the academy? Would you want John Jules? What's his name? Balogun? Those sort of players. Do you think they should get their chance in the first team now that Eddie's not really playing? Or do you think they're gonna start playing like Aubameyang through the middle again? Maybe if Lacazette comes off, then they're gonna move Aubameyang from the left to central. Let me know. Do you think we should cash in on Bellerin? Man, if I'm honest with you, Bellerin had a decent first half. The game in general, okay, I can't really blame him too much. Lacazette, man, I don't know, he just doesn't score, man. Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was really like that bad. Like he was getting involved, man. That's what I'm saying. So if he shows this consistency, then yeah, man, I can't lie, I don't mind. But if he's just so inconsistent, then I believe in the theory that it doesn't always work with certain players. Even if they're good players, it doesn't always work. Like, you know, De Bruyne was at Chelsea, Mo Salah was at Chelsea. These are two of probably like two players that could rank in the top 10 players in the world now, you know, but it didn't work at Chelsea. You get some people, they were at Man City, you know, they were ripping up before they got to Man City. They get to Man City, one of the best teams in the world. It doesn't work. So I think Bellerin, if he's not consistent at Arsenal, as long as you have a good replacement, yeah, cash in with him, because at the end of the day, like, players' values can go down, especially when you don't have Champions League football, especially when you don't have Europa League football, which Arsenal are not guaranteed to get. It makes sense to cash in while you can and make smart investments. But I don't know if the board see it that way. You know, do you? I think the question I should ask you lot as well is: do you feel like, let's say Arsenal go in and get Max Aarons, do you feel like that's a good enough replacement for Hector Bellerin if we do cash in on him? But I can't lie, I was really impressed. I was pretty impressed with him today. Balogun, yeah, Balogun, he sounds good. But I heard they're getting rid of him at the end of the season. Well, they didn't extend his contract, did they? Something like that. So he's gone apparently. Balogun, yeah, you lot are showing love to Balogun, man. I would say we need a centre back, right back, and Partey. I think Martinelli and Saka would play left wing. Do you know what? I think Martinelli should play down the middle, but he's injured, isn't it? I completely forgot about Martinelli. He's injured. Saka, yeah, I think Saka should probably get his chance at left wing. I don't know if he's going to be the guy to carry us forward right now. He hasn't really, for me, he hasn't really got that left winger kind of mentality. I think he does well for a young player, but it's still early, man, and I don't want him to be playing every single game because he will burn out. I want him to have a long career. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think, like, we do still need a good left winger, someone that he can learn from. Like, listen, Saka is only 18 years old. Like, what, 17, 18? Like, he's got plenty of time, man, honestly. But oh yeah, centre back. Yeah, I think we do need a centre back though. I think we do need a centre back. Slongy animations. Yeah, I like that one still. I think we do need a centre back. Who would you lot get though? Who and who do you think like a realistic person to get would be? In my opinion, Torreira is a great player for North London Derby. He's actually, hey, when it's North London Derby, this guy is on job. Like, that guy's on job. I don't know. That's an interesting point you raised, though, because at the end of the day, yeah, the North London Derby is important to players because of, like, obviously the occasion. But do you feel like if Arsenal had a better atmosphere at the Emirates, do you feel like more players would be playing well? You know, like what Torreira does. in the North London derby. Like, because I'm a big fan of Torreira, man. I know that he's had a couple problems and whatnot, but I'm a big fan of him. Personally, I think he's got a lot of potential, and I think we should try and keep him. But I don't know, he's not feeling it. I think they're not feeling him either. We should call up Trey Coyle from the academy and play over up front. Yeah, I mean, mathematically, I don't think there's that much we can do in terms of qualifying for the Champions League. Europa, we could still get it. If it's that important to Arsenal, then cool. But I think we might need a year of just no European football and just let people play. Like, just let people play. Maybe put a younger team into the League Cup, Carabao Cup. Give people minutes. Let people kind of just ease their way into the first team now, and let's build a squad of, certified first team players, because we don't have certified first team players all. Like, even Nketiah, he has the appearances, but is he a guy you can count on to play in your first team? I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't think so. So, but he has to have a pathway there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think Arsenal haven't really provided that in recent years for their academy prospects. So I think Eddie could be a good player. I think Trey Coyle could be a good player. But they need that clear pathway. They need to be learning their trade from top individuals. Like, obviously, Eddie's lucky he's got, I was about to say Nketiah. Eddie's lucky he's got Lacazette there. He's lucky he's got Aubameyang there. These are people he can just learn from. I don't really see that in other positions though. Like, it's a bit difficult. I think Cedric is quality, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles is a great backup fullback. Do you know what? It's funny you say that, because what a goal from Zaha. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because when you look at the Wolves game, Cedric, for me, played really well. I think he was just tired in the end, but Cedric, for me, played really well. Like, he was clever. He's not really the most physical and whatnot. He's probably not even the best player, really, but he uses his mind. You know what I mean? And I like that. And Ainsley as well. Ainsley played really good. Ainsley Maitland-Niles played really good, I think, when he came on. I think he really changed it when he came on. I was surprised to see that he's not starting this week. I think I don't know if I had a dream or whatever that he was starting. But I honestly feel like he changed the game for the better, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And, that was at left back. Maybe put him on the left. Obviously, you got Tierney in it. And I can see why they started Bellerin and Tierney, but I can't lie. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles has got a lot to offer, man. And I think it's unfair, the stick that people have given him, man. Honestly. I think we can finish off the season with Auba through the middle, Saks, Pepe on the wings. Yeah, it's just, that's what makes me kind of feel like maybe we need to get rid of Laka. I'm not even trying to be rude, but Laka deserves better than to be on the bench. He deserves to be in a better team where he's going to score goals. So, just me as a person who has love like that for Laka, I would sell him. Arsenal get your money, and and the other players get the other team gets a good player, because I think he deserves way more than to be in the situation that he's in right now. And he's not scoring, man. Like, I think he can just leave with his head held high for now, because you don't want him to go for another year potentially and not bang. But then on the other hand, he could have a banging season next year. This is just a game. We don't know, innit? Players like Laka are driven by the crowd, so I think that his reason, that's true. That's true. That's actually a really good point as well. I feel like when the crowds do come back, we need to be a lot more like bang on it. Do you know what I mean? We need to have a banging atmosphere at Arsenal, man. Like when you go Selhurst Park or Liverpool, those sort of places where, what's a goal, man? Who scored that? Norwich. I really like Aaron's, man. But yeah, we need that banging atmosphere. I rate Ainsley massively. Yeah, I rate Ainsley massively, man. Like, I just think it's unfair the stick people give him, man. I think he's got a lot to offer. I think he's definitely gonna be, you know, like a top player in the future. But he's still learning his trade, man. He's still learning his trade. Finally, finally he is back. Big up my bro. Hey Curtis, enough love. Listen, you look. The reason why I'm even taking YouTube serious is because of this man here, fam. And if you don't watch his watch alongs already, make sure you watch it. Curtis Shaw TV, fam. My brother, every time. Come on, that's my bro, fam. This is the only reason why I'm doing it, fam. but yeah, man, big up yourself, Curtis, man. Guys, if you haven't already, I'm sure you have in it, but if you haven't already, subscribe to Curtis Shaw TV. You know, he does watch alongs, he does all kind of videos, like almost daily anyway, if not daily. Hopefully he's gonna have some new topics as well on the channel, like story time and whatnot. Again, he's got some banging stories. He got some banging stories, fam. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna sign off in a bit. Thank you guys though, man. Thank you for attending today. You know, my first ever Insta live, YouTube live stream. I'm gonna just, if you got any more things to ask, then ask me. But I'm gonna go to bed soon. Opinions on the North London derby? Yeah, I think it is a big game. I think it's a lot more competitive than the North London derbies of old. You know, before Arsenal used to just destroy Tottenham in it. Like when I was growing up, I don't think I ever saw Tottenham beat Arsenal in the North London derby. This started to happen maybe, like I mean Premier League in it. Like League Cup, I don't remember too much. Like I think when I got older, like when Henri and that left, that's when it started to change. But yeah, like even Henri, he even says in it, he's never lost a North London derby, and that's the kind of passion that we need in such games. You know, all of the big games, like you just don't lose derbies only, man. That's what I grew up on. You know, I grew up on Henri, Bergkamp, Pires, Vieira, Lundberg, Keown, Sirius Brother, Lauren, Kolo Toure, Sol Campbell, Keown and Campbell, like, bro, you're not getting past them. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of people I grew up on. That's derby. That's derby's only football to me. And now to see like a North London derby where Tottenham could potentially win it and do the double over us like every time, let alone or not to mention, I should say, sorry, in the cups as well. Like it's a shame. It's a shame. I know Tottenham have improved and whatnot, but with decline, this happens in football. You know, football kind of goes in cycles. But I think if there's one game in the calendar that you need to win, it's that North London derby, man. Like have some pride in it. But I think Arsenal maybe it doesn't have that connection with the territory anymore. You know, I think Arsenal's just that kind of club now. It's like who's a academy graduate that's a solid first team player, like who's come through the academy and is a solid first team player like that. Maybe Bellerin. Maybe Bellerin. He's probably the only one. You know. I don't know his views on the North London derby. He might see us another game. I reckon he doesn't, but you know, you have to just have that kind of energy towards it. Like, yo, we don't lose this game, man. But I don't see it. Like, obviously, you got Bellerin, you got Maitland-Niles, but I mean, like them. You see, like how before you had like a Tony Adams, you know, or you had even though Henri, he never came through the academy, but Henri was a lot like, yo, like he was like it's almost like he did come through the academy the way he loved Arsenal. Maybe I should have said, well, who are the people that love Arsenal like that? I think the gaffer is hard on Ainsley. Yeah, I don't know what's going on between him and Ainsley. Like I don't think there was anything wrong with the fact that Ainsley spoke up and said, "Yo, I want to play centre mid," or whatever he said. I don't know if it could have even been taken out of context. You know what I'm trying to say? I wasn't there, but I respect it. Like a man has just told the truth. Like Why are we getting onto him? So yeah, I think there's always more to the picture than what we see in it. We can't always tell what's going on with Arsenal, really and truly. But I think I definitely think he's a bit harsh on him. I definitely think that because the league is almost a write-off, I think Arteta should stick with this play style and buy players to fit the system. Very good point. That's a very good point, Naloshi. Like I think just start to establish how you want to play from now. That's what other teams do. That's what Liverpool were doing. That's what so many teams. I think even Chelsea when they went 3-5-2 that season, and they were just destroying it. Like, yo, I honestly feel like you need to just say, you know what, like you said in it, the season's just done now. Let's just implement our play style. Let's implement certain things like tactics and whatnot, and then build a real foundation. Because at the end of the day, I don't think Arteta is going to be here for the short term. I think he's a long-term option for the board. So just see this as a long-term project. Even if you lose every single game for the rest of the season, like, you need to start planting the seeds of change, isn't it? Arteta has played in a few North London derbies, so he'll get the place fired up. I hope so. Because this is a big game on Sunday. And let's not lie, like, even though Tottenham looked like they had a few problems, like with Son and Hugo Lloris, they'll be ready. They will be ready. See, they look like a team that really care about the North London derby as well. And it's going to be really weird without the fans, isn't it? It's not going to really have that sort of atmosphere. So I'll be interested to see how it goes. You guys let me know as well. I'm going to ask on Instagram as well. Do you want me to do a reaction? I don't know if I can do watch along. I ain't going to lie to you. But possibly I could do a reaction video to, like, you know what I mean? Like a post-match video like this today. I just gave it a try today, innit? But, yes, my brother Solly. Yo, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, innit? Solly and Mason, get me couples goals. They do all kind of videos, story times, challenges and whatnot. God willing, I feature on one of their videos as well. They feature on one of mine. And yeah, man, obviously Saleh, my brother from early, man, you get me, both just grinding together in the retail thing. Now we're grinding together on the YouTube thing, innit? So guys, it'll mean a lot to me. Follow up, man. Follow. I need to still watch your video as well, bro, man. Forgive me, but what's happening to Arsenal, bro? You know what? Fam, it's a rebuilding process, I would say, innit? Like, honestly, yeah, I feel like we need to just be patient with it. We've got a lot of young players now. We don't have like the old Arsenal players before, like Thierry Henry and Vieira, Ray Parlour, Martin Keown, Sol Campbell, David Seaman, all of these, Lauren, Colo Torre. We don't have them no more. Like, we don't have guys that really want to win. So I think we just have to let the young boys establish themselves in the team and let them just start to build their own character. Let them start to get used to the Premier League. Let them, you know what I mean? Let them become Arsenal, the Arsenal that we knew when we were younger. More content, bro. Reaction videos, bring them. Be more consistent. Yeah, nah, for real, man. Everyone's getting on to you. Nah, it's for real. I was editing a video today, but I feel to redo it, man. But no, definitely, I need to be more consistent. I'm trying to get like you, bro, man. I'm loving it, man. I can't lie. I'm loving the videos, bro. I'm loving it, my brother. Guys, just a reminder, if you haven't already, Salih and Mason. Salih's a banging FIFA player as well, I don't know if he's going to do FIFA videos, innit? But fam, if you do those are going to pop. I think this reaction to getting a draw against a top 4 team shows good signs for the future with Arteta and the team. 100%. Like, yeah, that is one thing I forgot as well, isn't it? Like Arsenal have just drawn to like a top 4 team, and we are not in the top 4. We have not been as consistent as Leicester this year, so it is a positive. I think the reason why people are not happy is because we could have easily won that game. Despite us having 10 men, really and truly, we should have been winning that game by more in the first half. Like we should have probably been like 2-3 up. You know, I don't know what's going on with Lacazette, and like hopefully he finds his form. But if not, we'll have to start looking for options. You know, I'm not even trying to be rude to the guy. I am a big fan of Lacazette, but I do not know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on. He doesn't look unfit. Even today, he's looking a bit more happy, but he just doesn't look like that Lacazette that came here or the Lacazette at Lyon. He just looks like the Lacazette like who doesn't mind just getting minutes. You know, that's not Lacazette. That's not Arsenal standard. You know, so it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I feel like we need to we'll be patient with him to the end of the season, but if it's not working, cash in while you can, because his value will go down because he's approaching 30. So cash in while you can, and then from there, man, just go and find something else. You know, you don't have to go and get a ready-made striker because that's going to take all your money, especially if you're Arsenal. But go and find like a striker you can develop. I'd be using this money to invest in like training grounds and invest in like coaches and whatnot, so I can work with the players that I have. If I'm not going to be spending 100 mil, if you want to get a good striker, 100 mil is like the starting. That's normally the starting point. That's for them ready-made strikers, isn't it? But if you don't really do that, then invest in your youth team. You know, and investing in your youth team is not just investing in youth players. It's investing in facilities, investing in all of that. Coaches as well. It's a very good sign as well. We aren't missing Leno. That is actually a good point. Like Martinez has been decent. I know that he hasn't been. He probably hasn't been the, you know, the best in the past. But I heard the commentator say today that he's always wanted to get the #1 shirt at Arsenal, and I think he's definitely given a good account of himself. We could even get Grealish. Yeah, I think Grealish would make the move. It's just a weird one because you've got people like Man United who want him as well. So it depends who you would pick. But if Arsenal come correct, yeah, Grealish could definitely go to Arsenal. I just hope that they use him properly and they look after him. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you to everyone that came today. I think everybody's left. It says 0 on the thing, but I'm still getting comments. I don't know. But I'll do this last one now, Lil Shady. Thanks a lot though, man. Martinez has 6 clean sheets in, I don't know, is that 10 starts for Arsenal? Because it says I. But yeah, Martinez is given a good account of him in 8. Oh yeah, see, that's mad. And today it should have been 7 in 8, let's be honest. But that's mad. But no, I think definitely like he's given a good account of himself. But you know, there's not like he's got a bit of a shaky defense in front of him, so it doesn't help. But to be fair to Luiz and Mustafi and Kolasinac, they have been a lot better recently, but we don't know. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it there. Honestly, thanks for attending my first live stream. I've done 50 minutes or 49 minutes. You know, I don't really I don't really know what to say, man. Like I'm so happy that you lot supported me. You know, big up yourselves. If you haven't already subscribed, you know, smash the like button. I'll do these again in it. Contact me through comments or Instagram and let me know if you want to see more of these. But yeah, guys, thank you very much. Enough love to all of you. Big up yourselves. W's.